Matt, well, a consumer alert for you right now. Knoxville police looking for 2 paving contractors as we speak.
That's right. Detectives say they are a father and son team who ripped off a Knoxville couple. WATE 6 on your side consumer reporter Don Dare says the pavers used a familiar opening line. We have heard this again and again. So, Don, exactly what are they saying?
Well, it's kind of interesting. The line is pretty simple. We have some asphalt left over, and we can pave your driveway cheaply. Police say that's the typical line used by some unlicensed contractors when they come knocking on your door. The lure to reel you in is simple. They can do the job immediately and save you a bundle. However, the original price they quote you will not be the same as the inflated final bill.
Put it out real thin right through here.
Debbie Goosey regrets the day paving contractors knocked on her front door last spring. Knoxville Police Detective Richard Giamarino says Debbie and her husband were ripped off. The couple's driveway was never finished.
These holes here, you can see the gravel, see incomplete. Then as you walk, you can see that there's uneven spots because it gathers water.
Mrs. Goosey hired Foothills Asphalt and Paving, located on Rutledge Pike in Knoxville. Saul Stanley Sr. and Saul Stanley Jr. did the work. These are police mugshots from previous unrelated arrests.
They are operating without a professional license as licensed contractors in the state of Tennessee, and warrants have been issued for their arrest. You can see the defects within what they dropped as asphalt. The area beside the home, the rainwater is trapped and thereby seeping into the crawl space.
Pulled in driveway, come up, knocked on the door, I answered the door.
Chuck Goosey first met Saul Sr. when he canvassed Chuck's neighborhood in early April.
And said he was on a job and he was gonna have asphalt left.
He had some asphalt?
Yeah, left over.
Left over.
Yeah, about 3/4 of a load.
We agreed that he would come in, he would pave from back there down through here. And he said that he had enough that he could take it all the way to the road.
However, there was not enough asphalt to complete the work. The Sauls never returned and didn't answer a certified letter sent to them. This is the contract that you signed. Do you see some problems with this contract?
It's incomplete. It doesn't illustrate how much per square foot that we're going to charge the homeowner.
The contract does not include the driveway's dimension, thickness of the asphalt, or a guarantee. All are requirements according to industry standards.
And that he would measure once he was done.
Never measured.
Never measured.
There's been a history in Knox County and outside Knox County, Anderson County, of the Sauls performing substandard work as an unlicensed contractor.
We've got a 30-foot gap between the highway.
Hubert Goins knows about the Sauls. He paid them $42,000 last fall, but they failed to finish paving his driveway in Anderson County. At the time, the Sauls business was called Volunteer Asphalt and Paving, with the same address on Rutledge Pike as the company's new name. Mr. Goins tells us his drive was finally paved 4 months ago by the Sauls.
The Sauls Sr. and Jr. are family members operating a business that is related to another paving company, and its owner is currently incarcerated in Sullivan County.
That relative is Frank Small. He once operated RD Asphalt and Paving on Rutledge Pike. In Kingsport last summer, Bruce Beverly told us that his late father took Small to court and won the case on a charge of home improvement fraud. What is your advice to other people who may see Foothills Asphalt?
If these come, say no. Call the police immediately.
Presently, Knoxville police believe Saul Stanley Sr. and Jr. continue working in East Tennessee.
I would encourage you to call the police if they show up at your door, or if they do work for you and you're not satisfied, do not pay them. You call the police.
These people need to pay for what they've done to other people.
Now, there are many legitimate paving contractors in East Tennessee. Generally, their procedure includes a free estimate with complete dimensions of the drive, cost per square foot, and a guarantee. They will not knock on your door and claim they have leftover asphalt. And Kristen and Bo will let you know if there is an arrest in the Saul Stanley Sr. and Saul Stanley Jr. case.
Wow, they've yeah, there's a lot of people that would like to see them.
They sure are.
Brought to justice.
Sure,
Yeah.
for sure. We even got a call today from someone who was ripped off by this
All right, so if you see them,
father and son.
call police. They come knocking on your door.
Yes.
Don,
All right, Don,
thank you very
thank you.
much. By the way, if you have a consumer question for Don, send him an email at ddare@WATE.com. You can also call a 6 on Your Side hotline number at 865-633-5974.